Hi everyone, welcome back. If you are new, please consider subscribing. My name is Yari and I create educational videos for beauty professionals in training and for those who like to continue learning. Alright, so if you are a new esthetician or you're an esthetician student, I'm going to take you back to basics in this video, and I would like to go over industry terms, but of course in a simple form. Listen, I understand that starting a new journey, starting a new career in the field of aesthetics can be a little overwhelming, and trying to have a feel and an understanding for some of these terms and even the lingo can be a little challenging. So my suggestion to you, especially if you're an esthetician student, would be to write down all of these terms and their meaning on flashcards. But listen, you should know how you are as a student and a learner. So do what works best for you. Let me know in the comments down below if you like these type of videos. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Hey, share this with your Esty bestie, send it over to a friend, and if you haven't already subscribed, don't forget to do so. So with that being said, let's get started. First, we have the epidermis. What is the epidermis? The epidermis is the outermost layer of the skin and serves as the primary barrier between the body and the environment. Now, it is composed primarily of keratinocytes, cells that produce keratin, a protein that helps toughen and waterproof the skin. Now, obviously, it's important that you need to know that the epidermis itself is divided into 5 distinct layers, but we're not going to get into that just yet, but you do need to know what the epidermis is. Stratum corneum, the outermost layer of the epidermis, the top layer of your skin. It's made up of dead skin cells that have hardened, which we know as keratinocytes, or cells that have keratinized and form a tough protective layer. Remember that as estheticians, this is the layer that we are constantly exfoliating, the stratum corneum. Dermis, the dermis, it is the middle layer of skin that contains collagen, elastin, and hair follicles. It provides structural support, elasticity, and strength to the skin due to its rich composition of collagen and elastin fibers. The dermis, you guys, is much thicker than the epidermis and houses many essential components of the skin's function. Now, what I do want you to know also is that the dermis is made up of connective tissue, and it is divided into 2 main layers. Those layers are the papillary layer and the reticular layer. Next, we have the subcutaneous layer, which is the innermost layer of the skin, composed mostly of fat. This layer, you guys, plays an essential role in cushioning the body, providing insulation, and connecting the skin to underlying muscles and bones. Again, subcutaneous layer. Keratinocytes. Keratinocytes, cells that produce keratin, a protein that protects skin cells. You guys, keratinocytes are the predominant cells in the epidermis, which we mentioned not too long ago, making up about 90% of this outermost skin layer. Their primary function is to produce keratin, which is a protein that provides strength, structure, and protection to the skin, hair, and nails. These cells play a crucial role in the skin's protective barrier, shielding the body from environmental damage, pathogens, and water loss. Again, keratinocytes. Next, we have melanocytes. Melanocytes cells that produce melanin, which is the pigment responsible for skin color. Now, there are two types of melanin that are produced, which are eumelanin, provides brown to black pigmentation. Then pheomelanin provides yellow to red pigmentation. The amount, the type, and the distribution of melanin determines a person's skin, hair, and eye color. Now let's talk a little bit about melanin transfer. Once melanin is produced, the melanocytes transfer melanosomes containing melanin to surrounding keratinocytes in the epidermis. The melanin forms a protective cap over the keratinocytes' nuclei, shielding their DNA from UV radiation. This helps prevent genetic mutations that can lead to skin cancer. Next, we have collagen. Collagen is a protein in the skin that provides structure and elasticity. You guys, there are several types of collagen in the body, okay? But in aesthetics, I will say that mostly people focus on type 1 and 3, which are the most, again, prevalent in the skin. Type 1 collagen, it is the most abundant form, providing structure and strength to the skin, bones, tendons, and other tissues. Type 3 collagen supports the structure of organs and tissues and is more abundant during early skin development. It decreases with age, but is still important for skin elasticity and repair. These collagens form a fibrous network in the dermis, giving the skin its structure. Collagen is produced by cells called fibroblasts, which are located in the dermis. Fibroblasts create collagen by synthesizing and releasing procollagen, which undergoes a series of modifications to form mature collagen fibers. Collagen fibers form a matrix that supports the skin and gives it a firm, smooth appearance. Collagen fibers form a framework that gives the skin its shape, firmness, and again, its strength. It helps skin resist stretching and tearing. Well, you guessed it. You cannot mention collagen without mentioning elastin. Our next one is elastin, a protein that helps skin retain its shape after stretching or contracting. Sebaceous glands are glands in the skin that produce sebum, which is oil. Sweat glands, glands that produce sweat to help regulate body temperature. And I want to remind you guys that there are two types of different sweat glands. There is eccrine glands. Eccrine glands are mostly common and found all over the surface of the body. They're mostly like, for example, palms of the hands, soles of the feet. Then we have apocrine glands. Apocrine glands are commonly found in the underarm, for instance, and sweat from the apocrine glands does not evaporate as quickly, you guys, and can lead to a body odor. So just remember those. Again, sweat glands. There's eccrine and apocrine. Comedones. Comedones are clogged hair follicles which can be opened or closed. So when you are referring to either whiteheads or blackheads, many will use the term comedone. So again, comedones can be used to reference or when you're referring to either blackheads or whiteheads on the skin. Comedones. I can go on forever about hyperpigmentation, so we're going to keep this very simple. Hyperpigmentation are darkened areas of the skin caused by excess melanin production. Hyperpigmentation. Hyper meaning overproduction of color. Next one, hypo with the O, hypopigmentation are lightened areas of skin due to reduced melanin production. So hypopigmentation would be lack of color. Hypopigmentation. Next, we have rosacea. Rosacea is considered a vascular condition. It primarily affects the blood vessels in the skin, especially on the face. I do want to point out that there are 4 different types of rosacea. Again, we are keeping or trying to keep this very simple in a simple form. But if you're interested in learning more about the different types of rosacea, go ahead and do a little research. Very interesting. I hope you are still with me and you are writing all of this down. Our next term is dermatitis. Dermatitis, it's basically describing inflammation of the skin, often resulting in red, itchy, and swollen areas. Dermatitis. Melasma. Melasma is a skin condition characterized by darker patches that typically appear on the face, especially on the cheeks, forehead, nose, and upper lip, often caused by hormones and, yes, you guessed it, sun exposure. Melasma. You will hear this term for the rest of your career. Contraindication. What is a contraindication? It is a specific situation or condition in which a particular treatment or procedure or a product should not be used because it may be harmful to the individual, okay? The person you're treating, your client. So contraindication will be anything that will prohibit you from performing a treatment on someone. Contraindication. Okay, so this one's easy. Exfoliation. We're constantly talking about exfoliation. Exfoliation, it is the process of removing dead skin cells from the surface of the skin. And as you know or you are learning, there are different methods of exfoliation. Also, everyone needs exfoliation. The key here is for you to choose the proper method depending on your client's skin type and condition on what type of exfoliation will be best for this person. So we know that there's physical exfoliation, chemical exfoliation, and mechanical exfoliation. Serum. What is a serum? A serum is a concentrated skincare product that delivers specific active ingredients to the skin. Next, we have the term emollient. An emollient are ingredients that soften and moisturize the skin, preventing dryness. Emollient. Humectant. Humectants are ingredients that draw moisture into the skin from the environment. And I have a few examples of some humectants for you guys here. We have aloe vera, honey, and hyaluronic acid. So those would be considered humectants. And of course, formulation plays a role in all of this as well. But again, humectants draw moisture into the skin from the environment. Listen, I know when you're first starting out esthetician school, you hear about AHAs, BHAs, and you're like, okay, wait a minute, what does that even mean? AHAs, alpha hydroxy acids, are a group of natural acids used for exfoliating the skin. So, some examples of some AHAs would be glycolic acid, for example, glycolic, lactic, mandelic, citric, malic, tartric. All of these that are listed here are all AHAs, also known as alpha hydroxy acids. So obviously, when you see them in skincare products, glycolic, lactic, any of these in products, just know that they're going to bring some type of exfoliating benefit to the skin. And of course, beta hydroxy acid. Beta hydroxy acid, or you can also say when you hear BHA, again, beta hydroxy acid, is an acid like salicylic acid, which is used for exfoliating oily skin. Salicylic acid is a beta hydroxy acid, a BHA. Okay, another one that we hear all the time, antioxidants. Antioxidants are ingredients that protect the skin from damage caused by free radicals. So what will be some examples of some antioxidants? To name a few only: vitamin C, green tea extract, and anything green leafy vegetables, you guys. So not only can you topically apply antioxidants, but you can also eat them, of course, right? Antioxidants. Next term, free radicals. Free radicals. What are free radicals? So, free radicals are unstable molecules that can cause damage to our skin cells, leading to premature aging. Free radicals in the skin are primarily caused by environmental factors such as UV radiation, pollution, and smoking, as well as internal factors like inflammation, stress, and poor diet. These reactive molecules contribute to oxidative stress, leading to skin damage, premature aging, and various skin conditions. So, protecting our skin from these sources of free radicals by using sun protection, trying to have a balanced, rich diet in antioxidants, and trying to live a healthier lifestyle is going to be preventing some of this damage. Glycation. What is it? Glycation is a process in which sugar molecules bind to proteins or lipids without the involvement of enzymes, forming harmful compounds known as advanced glycation and products, AGEs. Glycation primarily affects proteins like collagen and elastin in the skin, when sugars bind to these proteins, they form AGEs, which can make collagen and elastin stiff and less flexible. This leads to a loss of skin elasticity and firmness. And I included a picture there so you guys can see what glycation looks like on the skin. Peptides. Peptides are short chains of amino acids that help build proteins in the skin like collagen and elastin. Occlusive. Occlusive is basically ingredients that form a protective barrier on the skin to lock in moisture. So most of the time when someone says we need to apply an occlusive product on this person's skin, they're referring to you applying a what? A thicker product on this person's skin. So just a quick example of something that's occlusive, I would say a thicker moisturizer. pH balance. Okay, pH balance would be the level of acidity or alkalinity in the skin, which it is very crucial for skin health. So, pH balance. Desquamation. The desquamation would be the natural process of shedding dead skin cells from the surface of the skin. Desquamation. It may seem like it's referring to desquamation, but it is not. This one is cell turnover rate. Cell turnover rate refers to the speed at which new skin cells are produced and migrate from the deeper layers of the skin to the surface layer, like the stratum corneum, where they eventually shed off. Cell turnover rate. Cell turnover rate. Here's another term that you will come across, you will hear, or you will deal with throughout your career, which is compromised barrier. So what do people mean, or what do estheticians mean when they say that someone has a compromised barrier? Well, it is referring to a condition where the skin's protective outer layer, the stratum corneum, is damaged or weakened, okay, leading to increased sensitivity, irritation, and vulnerability to environmental factors like pollutants, bacteria, and allergens. This can result in symptoms like redness, dryness, itching. Causes of a compromised barrier include overexfoliation, harsh skincare products, environmental stressors, and certain skin conditions like eczema or dermatitis. All of these go hand in hand, I promise. Next, we have microbiome. What is the microbiome? Well, it is referring to the community of microorganisms, including bacteria, fungi, viruses, and other microbes that naturally live on the skin. This diverse ecosystem plays a crucial role in maintaining skin health by protecting against harmful pathogens, regulating inflammation, and supporting the skin's barrier function. Each person's skin microbiome is unique and can change based on factors like age, environment, and how we take care of our skin. When the balance of these microorganisms is disrupted, it can lead to skin problems. Okay, so the last one on this list would be the acid mantle. What is the acid mantle, or what do people mean when they say the acid mantle? The acid mantle is composed of a mixture of sebum, which are the skin's natural oils, and sweat. It has a slightly acidic pH, typically ranging from 4.5 to 5.5. The acidic environment actually helps to protect the skin from harmful microorganisms like bacteria, fungi, and viruses by creating an inhospitable environment for them. It helps to maintain the skin's natural moisture balance by preventing excessive water loss and protecting against external irritants and pollutants. Well, Estes, that is it for me for this video. Let me know in the comments down below if you like this type of content. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your continued support. Don't forget to like, share, and again, consider subscribing. You guys, let's keep going. Let's keep growing. I'll see you on the next one. Find me on all social media platforms as Glam and Beyond.